since we're on the topic of Marvel Rivals, I got one batch of articles for you before we move on to the games. And the first story I got for you involves Marvel Rivals. Headline reads, Marvel Rivals was reportedly almost canceled because the CEO of NetEase didn't want to pay Disney for the licenses. Yes, that's right. Currently, the biggest game in the world almost did not come out because NetEase didn't want to pay for the rights to use Marvel characters. Marvel Rivals is a big hit, but there was a time when its very existence was in doubt. That's according to a new Bloomberg report on developer NetEase and its CEO, William Ding, which said, almost makes him seem like a dingus, which says that before the game was released, there was discussions about canceling it outright. NetEase has denied the claims. Of course they're gonna deny the claims because the game is popular, it's got a rabid fan base. I just seen some video on my For You page. I don't know what convention it was, but like everybody at the convention was dressed as Marvel Rival characters, running around screaming alts. And the person interviewed them like, oh, what's your favorite comic? Oh, I never read no comic book. This is Marvel Rivals. So like it's a craze across the globe. The problem, according to a source cited by the report, was that Ding didn't like paying Disney, which owns Marvel, for the right to use its characters in the game. At one point, Ding reportedly asked artists to replace the Marvel superheroes with their own designs, which would have saved a few bucks on licensing fees, but ended up costing NetEase millions because of the time and energy wasted on the effort. Right. You're asking them to throw away all the art they already drew and then draw some new shit. And then most likely this game, like I can't stress enough, half the reason this game is successful is because of the characters. People want to see Wolverine versus Magneto. People want to see, well, nobody wants to see Squirrel Girl, but people want to see Storm versus Moon Knight. Like it plays into your childhood, the superhero stuff. It's cool. And also the game is just fun, but the licensing really helped. This is where it makes sense to pay the licensing fee. NetEase, so of course they're going to deny it because now the game is doing good. They're not going to ever admit to this.
Before Selena sees this month's bank statements.
Yo, shout out to Megas Reborn with the sub, appreciate it. Yeah, people want to live out their dreams in their matchups, and that's why you have annoying Spider-Man players because they just want to be Peter Parker, and most of them fucking suck. A NetEase rep who denied the allegation against NetEase and Marvel have had a good working relationship since 2017, but even so, you can see why Ding might have given the thought of breaking free. I'm sure those Marvel licenses don't come cheap, and with live service games being notoriously unstable ground on which to plant a flag, reluctance to sink major money into one, especially given the outcome of Marvel's Avengers, is understandable. To be fair though, when you license the Marvel IP, your game is going to be successful. It is going to be successful. How successful though? It's hard to gauge because Marvel's Avengers, Square Enix's Avengers was successful at first because it's Marvel. Now, will people stay there long term? That depends on whether or not the game is good. But like, if Wolverine's in a game, people are gonna pay attention. If Spider-Man's in a game, people are at bare minimum are going to pay attention. So like, I don't even, that says to me he lacked confidence in the game. You can't blame that on Marvel. That's not fair. Deadass Disney is mad predatory. You're not saying anything groundbreaking. It's Disney. Of course, Marvel Rivals is a big hit. It recently surpassed 40 million players, and in hindsight, canceling it or cutting the license lineup would have been a big misstep. But Bloomberg reports that the sort of waffling has been a hallmark of Ding's leadership in the recent years, changing his mind frequently about ongoing projects and cutting support for games in development or shutting them down entirely. That's been visible in North America. Even though Marvel Rivals is riding high, NetEase laid off developers working on the game at the Seattle studio and ended up funding, blah, 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 blah. Ding also apparently wants NetEase to focus on games like multiplayer mobile games like Eggy Party, and they have mass market appeal and plenty of, I'm not gonna lie, like you talking about Disney being predatory, this just sounds like a cheap leader. This nigga said, you know that game with Spider-Man, the Hulk, Wolverine? Yeah, let's just focus on Eggy Party. I'm not saying Disney isn't predatory, but this just sounds like a nigga that's cheap. Let's take a look at Eggy Party, because this sounds like a bad leader to me. Let's see what he wanted to focus on, guys. Eggy Party. I've never heard of this game.
How about egg?
Oh, it's not Fall Guys. It's Egg Guys.
We're gonna get eggy. You're egging me on. Excellent.
gonna scramble your shit. Who knows, this could have killed Fall Guys. Fall Guys killed itself. Ain't nobody playing that game. This ain't nothing but Fall Guys with eggs. No gameplay. When did this come out? I've never heard of this. Launch trailer. This came out 11 months ago. It's new. Eggy party gameplay. Goofy ass game. Let's see gameplay right here.
Assistant Yo-Yo.
It's Fall Guy with eggs. You could tell.
Come on, guys, it's different.
So now we got Fall Guys, Stumble Guys, and Eggy Party. And we got the Sonic game coming out too. We're good off of this. We're good off this. This is one of those cases where, thank God he chose not to be a cheap bastard. Because I'm going to tell you right now, keep it a buck.
Your resub is cool, but honestly,
if
there's
NetEase is
ideology I resubscribe to, and that's Sonic's being.
So shout out to Martin with the sub. If NetEase's CEO did not pay for the licensing rights to use Marvel's characters, this game would have been a Floposaurus Rex. It might have found a niche community at best, but it most likely would have not gotten the attention because this game plays into people's childhood dreams. But if it was just some random characters, I don't think this would have got the level of attention like it wouldn't have been competing with Overwatch, because it's just much harder to come out with something 100% complete original. Facts, I give it about a week. It definitely wouldn't have got the press, and press is important because it gets eyeballs on your product. Nah, because if the leader's vision, I'm a bit more worried for Rivals now. Well, I mean, as long as he just cuts the check and gets out the way of the developers, you know, everything's gonna be okay. But we're gonna see. Just one of those shoulda, coulda, woulda, but Earth 2 type of stories. Thank God he chose the right path. He decided to go left instead of right, because I don't care what the world says, left is right. Shout out to all my left-handed people out there. I'll be mad you use your right. We got some Elden Ring news. The writer of Elden Ring's story, their lore, George R. Martin, reveals that there's some talks about making a movie out of Elden Ring. George R. Martin has issued the strongest tease yet that an Elden Ring movie may come to pass, but has acknowledged a significant blocker to its potential involvement with it. The Game of Thrones creator famously dreamed up the world and history of From Software's Elden Ring, which went on to become one of the best-selling games of 2022. From Software and Game of the Year. And publisher Bandai Namco leaned heavily on Martin's involvement in promotional material, and the game's credit began by saying Elden Ring's world was created by From Software's chief Miyazaki and George R. Martin. So, would George R. Martin be interested in coming back for a sequel to Elden Ring if he's asked? That's the question IGN put to the man himself as part of the IGN Fest 2025. I didn't even know they had that. In his response, Martin sidestepped Elden Ring 2, but did drop a big hint that an Elden Ring movie could be in the works. Well, I can't say too much about it, but there is some talks about making a movie out of Elden Ring, he said. This isn't the first time a movie has been teased, and indeed From Software President Miyazaki has said he's open to an adaptation of Elden Ring, but only if it has a very strong partner. I don't see any reason to deny another interpretation or adaptation of Elden Ring, a movie, for example, Miyazaki said in an interview with The Guardian, but I don't think myself or From Software has the knowledge or ability to produce something in a different media. So that's where a strong partner would come into play, he continued. We'd have to build a lot of trust and agreement on whatever we're trying to achieve, but there's interest for sure. So there's a possibility, because this is the second time they hinted at it. This says to me they have something in pre-production, but they're looking for the right partner to work on this. I think, in my opinion, and y'all let me know what y'all think. In order for an Elden Ring movie to work, I think it has to be, I'd prefer for it to be animation. I'd prefer for it to be like in an anime style. Like reach out to one of these top tier anime companies in Japan and do it that way with like voice acting. I can't see a live action Elden Ring. But if they do an anime and make it a theatrical release, a full production, like it could work. It could definitely work. Especially with like some of the boss fights, it being super gory. I just would want to know what would be the story, and would it make certain things canon in the game, you know? I still haven't had a clear answer to what his involvement in Elden Ring was. He was the writer of the lore. If the protagonist ain't wearing a bucket, then I don't want it. You want it to be butt naked with a loincloth, nothing else. A story of events before their shattering would be fire. So maybe like a prequel story, you're saying? If it's live action, they'd have to spend too much money. Probably better as a show. It could work as a show. They could flesh it out more. I wouldn't want them to drag it though. I feel like a 2-hour movie, anime movie would be fine. Either way, where there's smoke, there's fire. I think there's something coming eventually. He wrote the lore prior to the shattering. Have you seen Secret Level on Prime Video? I haven't, but I know about it, the video game show. I haven't gotten around to watching it. Watching Love is Blonde. A prequel would be easier. Ozai is the reason the war started, not Aang, and Aang's still untrained for real. We fire mate. What are you talking about, bruh? Ozai's not the reason the war started. The reason the war started is because Oroku's bitch ass didn't want to take action and be the Avatar. He let Ozai do whatever the fuck he wanted, and he let things get out of control because they were friends.
Your resub.
Like, yeah, technically Ozai did it, but I'd argue Roku was the problem. Wasn't there a Mass Effect TV show in the talks a couple? Yeah, I think it was supposed to be produced by Amazon, but we haven't heard anything about that. I just found out you could transform into a dragon in Elden Ring. Can you? Oh yeah, I think one of the weapons did. The war started because Roku died, not because he didn't do anything. Nah, he wasn't active enough. All Roku did was go to him and warn you, like, yo, if you step out of line, I'm gonna do. Like, why didn't he just kill that nigga, bro? You knew he was a fascist. Why did? And then your friend waited till you died and took advantage of it. It's still his fault. You knew he was gonna do that shit. You knew he was gonna do that shit. Yeah, that nigga was hiding on that damn volcano island doing nothing, bro. Oh yeah, how long ago did they announce that Mass Effect show? I want to say like 2 years ago, but I wouldn't get my hopes up on none of that shit. What else I got for you? Former Sony executive finally says the quiet part out loud. Putting PlayStation games on PC is almost like printing money. Speaking to Sacred Symbols or via Push Square about his time at PlayStation Studios, Yoshida explained he wanted to bring Sony games to PC far earlier than when eventually it happened. But it just wasn't, they've been wanting to put their games on PC. But it just wasn't the way Sony thought back then. Eventually though, Sony was sold on the idea through a notion that releasing games on PC now might entice players to buy a PlayStation in the future. I've never bought a PlayStation game on my PC and thought, let me buy a PlayStation. I got it on PC because I wanted it on PC. I don't know what he's talking about. Releasing on PC does many things. It reaches a new audience who do not own the consoles, especially in regions where consoles are not as popular, Yoshida said in the interview. The idea is that those people may become fans of a particular franchise, and when a new game of the series comes out, they may be convinced to purchase a PlayStation. No, they're not going to do it. Because in regions like, let's say, Brazil, I know in Brazil, PC gaming is the most popular form of gaming because consoles are more expensive due to tariffs or something like that. A PlayStation is like $1,000 when you could just get a PC for cheaper. So they're not going to buy a PlayStation to play your games. They're just going to wait for it to be on PC. It worked out well for us, but I question whether this argument holds water. PC gamers can be incredibly patient when it comes to playing their games on their preferred platform. Facts. And since Sony has demonstrated its willingness to put nearly all its major exclusives on Steam, PC gamers' response would simply be to continue to wait. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. All I got out of this article is this helped me push my agenda. You PlayStation niggas don't buy games. Like, they were resistant to it, and then they realized that putting their games on PC prints money. They said, wow, PC gamers buy games. Y'all want me to bring up that list of top games on PlayStation in 2024? Because most of them was not the exclusives that y'all swear y'all play. Yeah, y'all niggas is frauds. Top PS5 games 2024. Oh wait, no, let me go to my Twitter. Let me go to my media. Let's see, media. I know I retweeted it. Oh no, I retweeted it. It wouldn't show up in my media. I don't know how far I would have to scroll. Here we go again. Straight live. Here come the live service garbage. I don't know if I'll be able to find it. I might have lost that list. 60% of Sony's rev came from Xbox games. I'm saying, bro. All it does is reinforce. They said, wow, we can finally sell some games. Y'all niggas don't buy nothing. Y'all don't buy Final Fantasy. Y'all didn't buy Rise of Ronin. Y'all just talk about it on Twitter. The reason I'm getting the Xbox? What? I've been on PC exclusively since 2021 and haven't. Oh, there it is, right here. Dun, dun. These are the best-selling games. Granted, this is PlayStation and Xbox, but if you pull up the data, every time I pull up the data, it's always identical. This is pretty much what everybody plays. The only Helldivers 2, Elden Ring, that came out 3 years ago. Call of Duty, college football, 2K, Madden, little FIFA, the bundle. The number 10 game was the MVP bundle. College football and Madden. You got Sparking Zero in there, but that don't even count because y'all niggas don't even play that game anymore. That might this might as well be the top 9 games. That game, that's a fake entry. That's a fake entry. So the reason he's like, yeah, we're about to put more of our games on fucking PC because y'all don't buy them. And then people get in the comment section of my fucking my YouTube videos on Hokage highlights, getting all butthurt. Nigga, shut up. You, in particular, when it comes to data, guys, when it comes to talking about data, one thing you have to realize is anecdotal data does not matter. What does that mean? That means if you did something different from everybody else, that's what we call a variable. You're a standout. But that doesn't change the fact that most of your peers are playing the MVP bundle. So when you're in my comment section crying, no, I'm not necessarily talking about you. I'm talking in generalizations. Why? Because sometimes generalizations matter. And generally speaking, PlayStation niggas don't buy games. Y'all buy PlayStations more than y'all buy games. I got the PS5, PS5 Slim, the PS5 Pro, and if they drop a PS5 Pro Slim, I'm on that. But right now I'm trying to pre-order the hard drive disc because I just got the PS5 Pro and I need the disc drive even though I won't buy any fucking games. Niggas sit in Twitter spaces all day talking about Final Fantasy VII. You don't play it. Rise of Ronin, you don't play it. He said, if it don't apply, let it fly. He said, start up the Etherbeat. And then the worst part is that other data that came out about PlayStation niggas, the games you do play are Xbox games half the damn time. Y'all niggas playing CZs and Gears of War. Like, what are we talking about? Niggas announced Forza 5. They said, oh my God, I can't wait to boot up my PS5. Deadass, I had a friend who refuses to play anything other than Call of Duty or Madden. It's sad. And these be the same people be like, yo, it don't really feel like we in next gen. It feel like we in the PS4 era. Why? I wonder why. You bought a PS5 to play Call of Duty and 2K. Don't get me wrong, I play those games here and there too. But is that the reason I bought the console? No. So if you bought a PS5 and all you play is Black Ops 6, yes, it's going to feel like the PS4 because on the PS4 you played Black Ops 4. I don't understand what's hard to understand. Can y'all try something different? Please. There's a lot of different games. There's a lot of different games out there, guys. Please try something different. Y'all niggas are still frauds. Hit it one more time for me. I feel like my PS4 can run PlanetSide 2. It can. It does run PlanetSide. It'll blow it up. I'm sorry I'm shouting, but I'm tired of these stupid motherfuckers. Wait, what happened? Kai Cenat is playing the Arkham series right now. There's no excuse. Funny enough, I saw a tweet. The Arkham series is on sale for $5. I think you get all the games. I saw it on Twitter. I love how everyone drops Sparking Zero in a month. Motherfuckers is embarrassed. I've seen TikToks of people saying they embarrassed about their purchase for Sparking Zero. First, I was a hater. Now niggas don't want to apologize. Man, I can't believe I spent $100 to get 3 days early access on a game I quit a week later. Shit, it's 90% off because Bruce Wayne's birthday or something. If you're into it, go for it. I got the Arkham series for free on, well, I mean, I still have it on the 360. I still have my disc copies, but I got it for free again on the PC because they give away games all the time on the Epic Game Store. A bunch of frauds. You said you lying. I'm being dead ass serious. Who else has seen them videos of people being embarrassed that they got? I don't even know why I got it 3 days early. I don't even play that game no more, bro. I feel dumb as hell. I bet you do. And that's the problem with trying to make everything into an esport. The day this game came out, everybody was trying to make it an esport. The day the game came out, I booted it up. I was in the tutorial. Niggas in the comment section telling me I'm not smart enough to play the game. Like, that didn't even, like, I'm not gonna lie, that didn't even offend me. Like, that's one of the things, like, I read the comment, you can't handle this. I'm guarantee I've probably played more games than everybody in this chat, bro. And I'm not gonna lie, despite what some of you niggas in the chat like to say, because I feel like people look at clips that, like, get uploaded and they take things out of context. I'm not afraid to laugh at myself. If we're being 100% honest, I'm usually pretty good at games. Am I the best? Am I pro level? No. But I mean, I'm Diamond 2. I'm on my way to GM in fucking Marvel Rivals, guys. And I'm solo queuing. Like, what are we talking about? At bare minimum, every game that I play, I am very, what's the word? Comprehensible? You're definitely above average. Like, I'm like above average. I'm cool with that. I'm not trying to be the best in the goddamn world. I didn't buy it early, but I kind of, motherfuckers talk about, you ain't ready for this game. What the fuck is wrong with you? I was like, I deadass almost got off that game. I said, I don't even know. I said, I know where this is going. You niggas is losers. Like, you niggas is losers. Niggas actually thought this shit was going to Evo. Right. The day this game came out and motherfuckers was talking like this shit was going to Evo. This is about to change the world. Motherfuckers gonna be competing for $1 million prizes. Niggas put all their hopes and dreams, not in a job resume, but in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. And to that, I say you deserve all the failure you got. Stop putting your hopes and dreams in Dragon Ball. 40 years into the franchise, you know exactly what it is. Niggas shooting energy beams and teleporting, and Goku getting the only one getting a power up. Every once in a while, maybe Vegeta. Teleporting for 45 minutes. Yes, the game and lived and died in a month. I think the word you're looking for is competent. Competent works. It works. That's my little rant right there, though. Take this with a super grain of salt. A super grain of salt. Because I don't know this person. I just saw this on the timeline and saved it. This guy, Hope, is known as a Call of Duty leaker insider in the industry. He has 76,000 followers, but I would say still take this with a super grain of salt. This came across my For You page. Exclusive details on the Black Panther game from Cliffhanger Games. Because remember, there are 2 Black Panther games in the works. There's Captain America Black Panther 1947 or whatever. And then there's this one. I think this is the one. Cliffhanger Games is the one that's under EA. So I believe this is the EA one. According to him, you choose the next Black Panther. It includes characters like T'Challa, M'Baku, Azari, Shuri, Killmonger, plus more. Intends to replicate authentic African martial arts mixed with superhero strength / agility plus tech. Over the shoulder point of view, meaning it's probably gonna have like that God of War third person camera. God of War, Gears of War, freaking The Last of Us, that type of shit. Spider-Man. Weapons, armor, and gadgets are unique to each Black Panther. You'll get to explore cities, savannas, and more that let you encounter unique cultures plus characters. Story reacts to your choices and actions with unique stories, missions, and dynamics. My thing is, let's act like this is true for a second. If it is true, and you get to pick from any one of these, does it change the story, or is the story the same? Because if the story is the same, it's like, whatever. Even if the abilities are slightly different, they're not going to be that much different because they're all Black Panthers. But if it changes the story based off of each character that you play, almost like some Sonic Adventure 2 type shit, that'd be fire. Because I feel like they all should have different stories. They're all different people who lived in different eras. Like, isn't Azari... That's the grandpa, right? That's the one that's going to be in the other Marvel game with Captain America from the 40s, I believe. And you take T'Challa would be modern day. Killmonger is a villain. Ain't no way we get in a Black Panther game with multiple choices. It's possible. Black Panther's popular. It's possible. Has anyone seen people on Rivals mining the Human Torch sounding like Moon? No, I don't know what you're talking about. This. Don't be surprised if it turns out like Watch Dogs Legion. Don't put that on the black man's body. Don't do that. Don't do that. That sounds. I thought that was T'Challa and Storm's son. Is it? What's the grandpa's name then? Can I get unbanned on Twitch, please? No. I want to
subscribe. I resubscribe to beating Robin's ass into oblivion.
T'Chaka? Is that his name? I don't know. Listen, guys, I can't keep up with all this goddamn African shit. Like, you know, these DEI games, it's all the same to me. What's the difference? They're all black, you know? Like, Culture. They don't have any goddamn culture. Y'all think they'll call this game DEI? Jokes aside, y'all think they'll call this game DEI? The Black DEI. Should have banned that nigga on YouTube. That's what I'm saying. I don't know why y'all be snitching. Don't get banned on YouTube. I'm trying to be nice. 1000%. Hell yeah. Gotta see some gameplay. We gotta see some gameplay. The woke panther. Put the red hat on quick. You gonna try out the Human Torch tonight? I don't know. Maybe. Probably not. Bro, someone that's been watching you for years, you're just average and there's nothing wrong with that. It's always one person in the chat that tries to discredit me. Boom, 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 boom. You know the funny thing is, like, let me talk my shit. That was a YouTube comment real quick. Niggas like you love to tell me that I'm average at games. I don't think you know what average is. Average would be bronze in Marvel Rivals, because that's what the average person's rank is in the game. I'm not a bronze player, but you niggas like you always say that I'm not good at games, and let's keep it a buck. If I'm lying, I'll cut this stream off. Every time I open a lobby in these fighting games, most y'all niggas do not beat my ass. Some of y'all do. Whether it's Smash Bros, Tekken, Street Fighter, we run open lobbies. Matter of fact, I play with some of y'all in Marvel Rivals. That's the reason I don't play with y'all. Y'all niggas be doing stupid shit. You said I can confirm. Thank you, Trey. I play. It's almost like y'all don't see I be playing with some of y'all some of the time, bruh. We get it. Everybody on the internet drives a Lambo and got to bad bitch, but I'm not gonna let you discredit me. I'm not gonna let you discredit me. Matter of fact, every time I go to preview games at like events and stuff, they always bring up like, yo, you're pretty good at games. Because a lot of these creators are usually not good at games. Did I say I was the best? No. But to try to discredit me is crazy. You said, wait, why not? My comment was less offensive than the Twitch stream title. I'm not unbanning you, bro. Just accept it. I just suggest you drop the comment, the section, the topic. According to TikTok. Yeah, according to TikTok comments, everybody's GM, bro. Everybody's GM. I remember your king, you were good. Someone who barely plays Tekken. These never want to clout me up. Like, damn. Drop 5 stars in the chat to apologize. That shit feels dope. I can't lie. I destroyed my coworkers in Injustice 2, and I felt like a god. I think some of y'all, like, jokes aside, I think some of y'all forget what average actually is. The average player is in fucking bronze and silver. That's where most of the player pool is, because that, like, I don't think y'all understand. The average is where most people are, not where the least amount of people are. So if I'm in a category where most people are not there, that does not make me average by definition. I know we want to change the definition of words. Listen, I hate you had a bad rank session with viewers because in the beta I was running well. I'm a QP demon. I respect that. At least you're honest about it. Motherfuckers is using what's that joint called? We gonna see who good at games when Elden Ring Night Rain come out. We gonna see who good at games. We beat that final boss in the first try. When Night Rain come out and you can't use no goddamn summons
into oblivion.
You can't use no summons or what's that joint called? Mimic tier. We gonna see who good at games. We gonna see. The viewers too volatile to risk ranks runs with. That's why I actually follow you, because you actually play games and you catch on quick. I like to think I'm a good balance between being knowledgeable about the industry and actually being decent at games. Hot take, Nomad's better than you in some games. Nah, he's never beat me in anything. No, the Rivers of Blood might be in Night Rain, jokes aside. Because the Moon Veil, I found it when we were playing. I found the Moon Veil. So there's a chance Rivers of Blood could be in there. There's a chance all the weapons are there. You just gotta find them. And like every run that we did in the beta, there's not enough time to explore every area. So those weapons might be there. When more people play, you'll probably start seeing videos on YouTube where to find the best weapons and do the best run and shit. Am I a dick for pointing out my friends aren't good at most games? I mean, depends on how you go about it. Also, it depends on if like you're trying to help them or not. Like, are you trying to help them or are you just being an asshole, you know? Anyway, got some new info on Doom the Dark Ages. It's influenced by Batman Year One in the Dark Knight comics. The shield saw reacts differently depending on what it hits. Flesh, armor, energy shield, as it should. The block button can be held down for sort of a lock-on effect. While locked onto an enemy, you can do a shield bash that charges forward and closes the distance. Some Juggernaut type shit or some Captain America. Shield bash will be your main way of zipping around the battlefield since there's no double jump or dash. You can also parry with the shield. The game will have accessibility options to adjust parry windows. So all you scrubs out there can put it on easy. You can also do a shield throw. This also is used for environmental puzzles like breaking chains. So there will be puzzles. Parry recharges melee. Melee recharges ammo. 3 melee weapons, including a gauntlet, a flail, and a mace. The mace is slow and hard hitting and also tops all your resources. Guns have a more medieval theme to them and less futuristic. I mean, we've seen that in the footage. Levels are the biggest ever in Doom and have more of a sandbox feel, so kind of like semi-open world. About an hour or so per level is the sweet spot, but completionists can extend this, so there's wiggle room to explore and find secrets. A typical level will be broken up into acts, such as an interior dungeon area and then a more open area. Id Software has wanted to put mechs in the game for over 8 years, and they've been teased, obviously. And then the story will be more to the forefront this time, a departure from previous games. And it's released in May 15th, so there you go. You're playing Captain Cardio on Doom, let's go. I haven't played any of the new content. Are you getting Monster Hunter Wilds? Yeah, I'm playing it. I will be playing it next week. This is a Monster Hunter waiting room. And then it's been confirmed. I talked about it last stream. There was a Tony Hawk that was rumored coming. The new rumor that I read, it's supposed to be revealed March 4th, 2025. And the rumor is it's supposed to be Tony Hawk 3 and 4 remastered, which makes sense because the last remaster was Tony Hawk 1 and 2. I was hoping it was Thug 1 and 2, but I mean, after 3 and 4 comes Thug 1 and 2. So if they keep remastering, there's a chance we can see it. But I'm not gonna lie. If it's true, what the rumors are saying that it's supposed to be Tony Hawk 3 and 4, this is a skip. I don't care. I'm good off of that. I know some of y'all really like it, but I felt like those ones are skippable for me. But we'll see. March 4th, it'll be revealed. As long as they don't remaster Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5. Remember that game? That shit was ass. I'm wishing for American Wasteland. There could be a world where they remastered Thug 1 and 2 and American Wasteland, because didn't that come after? They said they can keep it. Free upgrade for Grand Theft Auto 5 on PC coming March 4th. Anybody? Upgrades? There's more ambient animals. You can track your criminal movements across the world. Navigate a refreshed landing page. Enjoy a range of new vehicles. Keyboard cripping. Ray tracing. Faster loading times. Higher resolutions. Enhanced audio. Just dropped. Yeah, I know, right? Can we get a release date? You know, if you guys weren't busy working on higher resolutions for GTA 5, maybe we can get a fucking release date for GTA 6. Who cares? I cannot stress enough, this game came out in 2013, guys. 2013. Grand Theft Auto 5 came out during the Obama administration. Let me repeat that. Grand Theft Auto 5 came out during the Obama administration. That's Obama, Trump, Biden, then Obama, not Obama, then fucking Trump again. Let it go, guys. Let it fucking go, bruh. Let it go. On the 360 and PS3, mind you. Jesus Christ. I was in middle school when GTA 5 came out. I'm 23 now. I was 23 when Grand Theft Auto 5 came out. 2013? Yeah, I was 23. Shit was a long time ago. Jesus Christ. Last but not least, this is why it's the title of my YouTube stream. We got an update on the new Avatar show. I talked about it maybe a couple months ago. There was a rumor going around that the new Avatar would be an Earthbender and that it would be some twins, and it has been confirmed in a Nickelodeon video. I forgot to save it, but it was posted on the Nickelodeon actual YouTube, or no, it was a TikTok I saw. So I forgot to save it, so you just gotta trust me, bro. You can look it up yourself. But we got some new details other than that too. A new Avatar Last Airbender sequel, Avatar 7 Havens, is in the works for Nickelodeon. It will, yep, the rumors are true, will consist of 26 half-hour episodes over 2 seasons, following earthbending twins after a world-shattering disaster where one discovers she's the new Avatar after Korra. And then this one gave more details. A world shattered by a devastating cataclysm, a young earthbender discovers that she's the new Avatar after Korra, but in this dangerous era, that title marks her as humanity's destroyer, not its savior. Hunted by both human and spirits, she and her long-lost twin must uncover their mysterious origins and save the seven heavens before civilization's last strong collapse. So, ladies and gentlemen, the Avatar is no longer viewed as a hero because Korra did something. I am excited for this shit. I love Avatar is my favorite cartoon. I'm excited for it. I like the whole twin angle that they're doing. The fact it's an earthbender this time. Supposedly it's taking place long into the future, so it's going to be completely different. It's after the results of what Korra did, and then of course Korra did something bad. So I seen the internet dragging her because a lot of people think that Korra is like the worst Avatar because she did do a lot of shit. I mean, she severed the connection between the other avatars, like destroyed a bunch of spirit shit. I don't know. That's another conversation for another day. So people are like feel vindicated because a lot of people defend Korra, but I'm gonna go out on a win. I'm actually gonna defend her. I'm not even like a super Korra fan. I'm gonna go ahead and defend her. I feel like this is bullshit. I feel like there's gonna be a plot twist here. Hear me out, chat. This is what they're describing the early plot of the story, but I'm gonna go ahead and take a guess and say that Korra did something to save the world, and then propaganda was spread that she destroyed it. And part of the story is going to be the Avatar becoming the Avatar, but also discovering what Korra actually did to save the world, and then clearing her name, and also having the Avatar's name rebranded as the actual savior and not the destroyer. But it's going to be hard for the twins to do it because Korra severed the connection to the Avatars. You might be cooking with that. I just don't believe, because you got to keep in mind, this is Nickelodeon. I don't believe Nickelodeon is going to make Korra an actual villain. I think it's a plot twist. I'm just trying to wrap my brain around how there's probably going to be some plot where the twins figure out how to reconnect to the past avatars, which I hope happens, because then I want to hear what Korra did, what actually happened, who lied on her and spread the misinformation.
Shout out to that.
But then also, I want to know what the other avatars think.
Out here. So
what's Kyoshi think? What's Aang think?
My nigga.
What's Kyoshi think? This bitch is stupid. I really hope so too. Now, if I'm wrong, because this is just my theory, if I'm wrong, oh, you guys can slander Korra all you want, but I have a hard time believing because it's Nickelodeon. If it was like HBO or Netflix, I think they would go and lean into this whole edgy thing that Korra is the destroyer. But because it's Nickelodeon, I don't believe that they're going to make her out to be a villain. They're going to clear her name, I think. I'm interested to see who the villain is. Yeah, and I bet the villain is probably a descendant of whoever slandered Korra's name. Because if Korra died to save the world, you're not there to defend yourself. You know? Freaking... I always say, there's a certain demographic in the United States that did not love Martin Luther King until he died. They love to bastardize his words. Why do you think that is? Because he's not here to defend himself. Same thing with Muhammad Ali. They didn't like Muhammad Ali when he was alive. He said, what new type of bending arts would you like to see? Booty benders, bro. BBL benders. He said, exactly. When you're not here to defend yourself, it's easy to spread misinformation. They did the same thing to Kyoshi. So I think it's 100% plausible that Korra's name is going to get cleared. We'll see. Y'all can clip this and see if I'm right. I'm going to guess this is probably not coming out till 27, 28. They don't even love him anymore. They all try to slander him with the FBI shit this year. That shit is a distraction, bro. That shit is all a distraction. We're going to release the MLK documents. The FBI, you talking about the fucking organization that dismantled the Black Panthers and attacked MLK every step of the way? You think y'all trust if they do release these files, right? Do y'all believe anything the government says? Like, I've never been suicidal, by the way. I don't give a fuck what them files say. Yeah, they killed Fred Hampton. I don't give a fuck what them files say. Now you wanna release them. Okay. And I'm supposed to believe that shit. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, that shit is a psyop. Don't fall for that shit. Yeah, we trust in the FBI all of a sudden. They can suck the back of my dick, bro. They let Malcolm be assassinated. Well, I mean, there's some other stuff coming out about Malcolm, but I'm not gonna get all into all that. I'm not gonna get all into all that. The Malcolm estate is suing the government. That's all y'all need to know. Anyways, what was I about to say? Let's go to the sub box before I get on the game. Oh, let me go to my main account. Is there any news I need to be aware of? Because I haven't streamed in a couple days. Any news I need to be aware of, chat? They gonna put everyone in the chat on the watch list. I mean, pretty sure we all gonna be on the watch list, bro. I've been getting a lot of crazy videos on my For You page, bro. There's an energy in the United States right now. There's an energy. I'm not gonna go into detail of what that energy is, but if you're intuitive, you know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna say a whole lot without saying anything. We just waiting for somebody to pull the pin on that grenade. You said same. Keanu Reeves says that they just pitched the story for Constantine 2 to DC. Constantine 2? Excuse my ignorance. When did Constantine 1 come out? Did I miss something? There was a Constantine movie? In like 2004? Man, I don't care about this shit. Yeah, I care about it. That shit was gas, was it? Constantine live action movie. 2005, 7 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 46%. Although you can't trust Rotten Tomatoes. I've never seen it. I've never heard of this. This was good. I mean, they got a 70 from the people. I saw Captain America. While I wasn't streaming. I think this score is accurate, not this one. I know who Constantine as a character is, but I never seen the live action. I didn't know they made a live action movie. I think the people's score is much more accurate. I'm not gonna lie. I think some of y'all just didn't like this movie because he's black. I'm gonna be honest. Just go ahead and say it. Some of you can get mad if you think I'm playing the race card. I genuinely think. My girl said the same exact thing too. This was a solid Marvel movie. I didn't give it an 80. I gave it a 7 out of 10. It was a solid action movie. I felt like my money was well spent. I enjoyed it. But a bit of the anti-wokes don't like him, but overall, yeah, I seen a TikTok where the dude was talking about some DEI woke shit. Now they're making Captain America black. They're trying to insert this shit into our movie. And I was watching the video and I was like genuinely confused because I'm like, is he serious? Because I'm like, first of all, there's 4 if you want to count Isaiah Bradley. There's 4 Captain Americas that I'm aware of. There's Isaiah Bradley, Steve Rogers, there's Bucky, and there's Sam. This actually happened in the comic books. It's lore accurate. It's not DEI. What the fuck? And then also, did you watch the movie? Steve literally gave him the shield at the end of the fucking movie. So I was watching the video on TikTok. I'm like, yo, you're just a racist, dude. Like, what are you talking about, right? I can't even take that shit seriously. They're never serious. Yeah, it's all a fucking grift, bro. If you have not seen this movie, matter of fact, I'll read you my tweet because I feel like it's the best summary I can give because I might forget something I said. Honestly, it's not a terrible movie, but it feels like the Hulk movie that I saw Cat 4 today, and I think the film is overhated. It was a grounded spy thriller, and I enjoyed it for the most part. Yes, it's if you like. I'll say this about Cat 4. There's 4 Captain America movies. It is the worst of the. I'd say it's on par with like Cap 1. I'd put Winter Soldier as the best Cap movie. Civil War is number 2, and then Cap 1 and 4 like tied at 3. It's not the best. He said I disagree. Sam was the logical choice in my opinion. I think Endgame spoiled some into believing everything has to be this galaxy or multiverse threat. Maybe I need to go back and watch Cap 1, but I don't remember it being that memorable. I thought this film had solid acting, cool action scenes, and heart. Like the final fight scene was fire. I didn't say Cap 1 was ass. I gave this movie a 7 out of 10. That's what I think of Cap 1. I do wish they would have saved the Red Hulk reveal for the film instead of the promotions. I think it would have hit harder for the casuals who only watch the movies plus the comic book readers while watching it.
I don't care what J. Cole says. Cinnamon wants to be saved.
Yo.
Panda tip $10. I made a video about grifting heavily inspired by you.
Been watching you since I was 12.
Who
Thanks
dropped
for
it?
the insight and laughs.
Someone just don't.
Oh, shout out to Panda with the
Ellen's
with the
Twitter
$10
would
tip. I
start
appreciate
I
you.
say,
I'm gonna have to.
shut the
Did you
fuck
link
up
that
and let's
video?
hit the strip club.
I'm gonna have to check it
I
out.
don't care what
I appreciate it, Panda.
Cinnamon wants to be saved.
What was I about to
That's
say?
one Panda tip $10. I made a video about grifting heavily
Why
inspired
did it go
by
off
you.
twice?
Been watching you since I was 12. Thanks for the insight and laughs.
Appreciate you, Panda. I don't know why that went off twice. Now, in regards to the Red Hulk, I think they should have saved it for the film. I felt like Disney felt pressured to promote the Red Hulk in this movie because it wasn't Steve Rogers, so they weren't sure whether or not people were going to gravitate towards Sam. So they felt like they needed a gimmick to get people in the seats. But I feel like it ruined the surprise because the entire time you knew eventually he was going to turn. It was just a matter of when. And also, if you read the comic books, like I haven't read a lot of Hulk comic books, but I knew Thunder Ross became Red Hulk in the comic books. So like I felt like they should have saved it for the movie. For someone like me who read comic books, and like it makes me wonder, like I'm sitting there, oh, is he gonna turn? Is he not? Like keep me guessing. But because I saw it in the trailers, I know you're gonna turn, right? And then for the casuals who have no fucking clue, their mind would have been blown. So I think they should have saved that for the movie and run that risk. I think it would have hit a whole lot harder. Do you think the NCO will ever introduce Blue Marvel? I'm gonna be honest, I don't know a lot about Blue Marvel's character. I need to read some books about him. So I can't speak on him. I also think a certain character was shoehorned in with little thought. I have a theory on why, but I'm not gonna go there. I just didn't want to tweet about it because I don't want Twitter bots in my fucking DMs, not my DMs, but my in the responses. I don't want the Elon bots in my fucking comments, but I mean I'll talk about it on stream. If you've seen this movie, you know who I'm talking about. There's a character in this movie that was shoehorned hard as fuck, and it felt like propaganda. That's one thing I was like, yeah, I was like. I was like, I don't know, bro. And there's a lot of things going on in the world. Yeah, it was some Zionist shit going on. There's an Israeli super soldier that's shoehorned into the movie. And she serves no purpose. When she first comes into the movie, they're like, yeah, she's an Israeli soldier. And they put the widow, they put heavy emphasis on that word Israel. And when they did that, my ears perked up. I'm like, that sounds like propaganda. I was like, And then as the movie go, but I let it slide because I was like, I came here to enjoy myself, right? But as the movie goes on, the character adds nothing to the movie. So I couldn't help but feel like Disney shoehorned this character into the movie because the world is currently in some political fire and they're trying to make one side look good. That's what I felt like they were trying to do. You said 100% prob, because if you remove that chick out of the movie, it changes nothing. It changed. When I tell you it added nothing to the fucking movie, they were trying so hard to make her relatable, but it's like, it didn't do anything. It didn't do anything. I did like that they added to the Falcon and the Bucky show with Isaiah Bradley. They kept building on his character. I like that type of stuff. I'm just chatting in the chat on here and this is hilarious. I wouldn't call it propaganda, just a shitty character. Either or, it added nothing. Let's see. All she did was confirm that Cap already confirmed on the Bradley, which yeah, it served no purpose. The Sidewinder character, they could have did more with him too. He was pretty cool. That fight scene with Sidewinder, the ambush scene, that was pretty cool. I thought that was a good scene. What is it? But yeah, the reviews make it seem like it was Ant-Man Quantumania, and it wasn't. That was Ant-Man Quantumania was probably one of the worst Marvel movies I've seen in recent memory. It wasn't on that level. It was a solid movie. It tied up a lot of loose ends. If you're a Hulk fan, it ties up a lot of loose ends from the Incredible Hulk. They finally stopped acting like that movie doesn't exist. And also, they do some stuff to introduce. I mean, we know they're coming to the MCU, but they do some stuff to, drop some hints. The X-Men are coming. It was cool. It was a cool movie. It wasn't. I'm glad I saw it, and I'm glad I didn't listen to the reviews because I liked the movie.
Reminded me to unsub from Poison Ivy's only.
Does it make me feel like I should have been there day one, like the weekend that it came out? Nah, I'm glad I waited a week. It was cool. Like I didn't need to. The movie theater was empty. But if you can go see it, get a little $5 tickets. You know what I'm saying? I think Ant-Man is one of the worst Marvel heroes in the MCU. I think the first Ant-Man movie is actually underrated. I thought it was pretty good, but Ant-Man Quantumania was terrible. Didn't She-Hulk mention moments from The Incredible Hulk? I wouldn't know. I didn't watch that shit. Does it add to Sam's captain, making you want to see a sequel to the movie? Yeah, he's cool. I came out of that movie because I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't sure about Sam being. I like Sam as the Falcon, but I wasn't sure if he was able to lead. More so because of Anthony Mackie, not because of I like the character Sam Wilson. I wasn't sure if Anthony Mackie was a good lead. But I came out of the movie theater. I was like, yeah, he can lead the Avengers. He's cool. I know some people were upset with this movie because he was doing some things that they felt like he shouldn't have been able to do. But then to that, I'm like, you know, you guys don't do that when Batman fights Superman. Superman punches Batman in the face. He flies across, gets hit, and gets up like it's nothing. Like, we're just supposed to believe that. Like, also, at least there was some lore accurate stuff. Like, minor spoilers, but I mean, his suit was made. I mean, it's not even he says it. His suit is made of vibranium. His wings were made of vibranium. That's how he was fighting the Hulk. And what does vibranium do? It absorbs kinetic energy. Now, did they maybe, you know, spice it up a little bit more? All the flipping and dipping. I didn't really understand that part. But, you know, it's a superhero movie. Get over it, bruh. I think some people just refuse to suspend disbelief because this nigga can't do that. Oh, shit. Sam is just like Batman. He got to figure that shit out. They really, I think that's one thing that made him cool is there's more emphasis on the aerial combat. So that makes him different from Steve. But then also he's more like Batman. He figures things out through gadgets and shit like that. And at least they gave context to how he's able to fight some of these metahumans. It's worth saying. I gave it a 7 out of 10. I'll wait till the Disney drops. He's just a human in a suit and I like it. Also, I feel like people forget that like what makes Captain America the leader is not just the fact that he had the super soldier serum, it's his ability to lead the team. Sam has that military background, so if the Avengers come into play at some point, you know, he's able to direct, you do this, you do that, you do that. Like that's what being a leader is about. It's not necessarily about being the strongest on the team. Now the question is, who's going to be the part of the Avengers? Yeah, that's the real question. Who's going to be part of the Avengers? Are we bringing the Hulk back? He gets powers later. Sam, that is. I thought he never took the serum in the comic books. That was like a big part of his story. How was the new Falcon? He was cool. I actually liked him. He was cool. He was funny. I think that's one thing that pissed the people off about this movie. I said that to my girl. I was like, I think some people have a hard time accepting, like, this is a very colorful movie. You got a black male lead, and then the second lead, I think he's Mexican. He's Latino. It's a lot of color. There was some really cool stuff in the movie that was very believable. Like he had an insider feeding him information from the president, and it was a black woman. That was very believable. Yeah, he gets telepathy. Is that new? I didn't know that. Is that new? I'm just waiting on Daredevil. Facts. It's good. Check it out, y'all. I think it's good. Hopefully the Thunderbolts is good. Man, I didn't like what I saw in the Thunderbolts trailer. The same thing I didn't like with these trailers either, but it might end up being decent.
Into oblivion.
Let me get back in the show box though. Yeah, if you're in the YouTube, hit the like button. It's almost 500 people in here. Hit the like button. I'm so lost with the MCU lore at this point. I got lost with WandaVision, to be honest. I don't blame you. I think that's one of their problems too. They need to stop making so many damn TV shows. Just focus on the movies. Drop 1 or 2 movies a year. That's it. I have not watched Invincible. I'm gonna get around to it. That's the next thing I need to watch. Eddie Brock becomes Carnage. Moon Knight was the best TV show. For some reason, I got bored with it. I could not finish it. Tower of Fantasy, Infinity, Nikki. I don't care about all of that. Was Bucky in A Brave New World? Very briefly. He doesn't play a major role in it.
Thanks for the follow, buddy. Hopefully you're not as annoying as me.
I guess it's no real trailers to check out. Kenji Rider, what's this? Speaking of MCU, Hit Monkey's super underrated show. What is that on? I've never even heard of that. Hit Monkey. Y'all was asking me about him coming to Marvel Rivals. I was like, I don't know anything about that character. Moon Knight was not better than Loki. I heard Loki season 2 was fired. Dead Zone official trailer. Dragon Ball Breakers official season 8. It's on Hulu? Why have I never heard of that? Is that a cartoon? I'm about to look that up right now. Cause I don't see no trailers. Hit Monkey trailer Hulu. All right, let's see.
We're Bryce and Monkey. You know, a classic duo like Starsky and Hutch or Turner and...
This gives me why is it stopping? It's not playing.
Okay, fine. Like Matt Damon and Ben Affleck.
This gives me what was the late night
Start taking out bad guys.
Cartoon Network's block called?
Atta boy, baby! If anybody in New York can help us, it's my agent.
Eunice Jones, big fan.
Yeah, Adult Swim. It gives me Adult Swim vibe.
I have a job for you. Welcome to the majors, baby.
Let's make some money!
Look, all of humanity is about to be wiped off the face of the earth.
Is that Contra?
Calm down. I got an idea.
Why does this shit stop playing?
I want my body and voice back.
48 hours of physical form.
Okay, yes, I made a deal with the devil.
Ah, shit.
I know I've messed up in the past, but you have the chance to be heroes for once. Hey, kiddo.
Dad?
Wait. I've literally gone through hell to talk to you. Wait. I want to make things right.
You want a drink?
I know we all kill people for a living, but we're also a family. Yes, a deeply flawed family.
Shout out to King Geo with the sub. Bro, if this trailer don't stop playing. Speaking of the monkey, do not call me. Yeah, chill. All right, this is pissing me off.
Oh my
dude.
God.
Come on now.
Are these holes from a machine gun? I kind of love it.
Oh no.
Like father, like daughter.
I don't know what I'm looking at, Chad. I'm not gonna lie. This trailer didn't really sell me on this character. If y'all say this show is good though, I'll take y'all word for it. But this didn't really sell me. Let me see. Want some Kinchu Rider? This looks like a Wii game. Coming in at 24 frames, 480p, exclusively on the Nintendo Wii. You thought it was dead? We're back. Get your nunchuck out and put it in your pants. Yeah, it looks like No More Heroes. I'm good off this. I'm good off. Dread Zone. Are you just gonna stare at me? That's pretty fucking weird, dude. That's weird. Are you hungry? You hungry? What do you need, bro? What do you need? You need a hug? Oh my God. Another Steam early access. We're not playing that, bro. We don't play that. That's Unreal Engine spotted. Woke. Talk to the people. The people need to hear it, Aki. You're not a big fan of the government. No, thank you. Let's get on the game. Woke Engine. This is like the type of game where you ride on the Ford and chew tobacco. Why are all these early access games the same? I think the better question is who's buying them, bro? Stop buying them.